Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Jack Chang here, and today we're going to do yet another property review. It is! Okay, we're going to check out one of the phases within this Gamuda Cove. This is a huge township, Gamuda, and I love Gamuda because over and over again, right, they've really proven themselves recently with a lot of successful townships, yeah. Namely Gamuda Gardens, 25/7, Bandar Rimbayu, and if you can hear that sound, there's actually quite a lot moments ago. That sound, happening music, is actually from this pirate ship here. This is basically Splash Mania water park. Very, very nice water park. You can't miss it if you are coming from A-Light Highway, right, heading towards Subang direction. Yeah, you can see this big pirate ship, and that is the Splash Mania. Okay, so yes, without further ado, there's not much I can explain here, except of course you got this big show gallery, so I'll explain more from the master plan, easier to explain. And of course, yes, before I enter also, this here is the largest Tesla charging hub in Southeast Asia. 6, did I get the numbers right? 6 superchargers and 18 destination chargers. So a lot for you guys Tesla users to use. Okay, and of course if you really want to get a Tesla, please use my referral code. I got the referral link, I'll attach it below. You get additional rebates. Yeah, look at the fun. Okay, let's head in, let's go. Okay, so we have come into the show gallery from the front. It's so quiet, nevertheless very, very nice setup, this entire show gallery. But I'm just going to be really quiet, not so loud as I usually am, because yeah, it's just, I don't want to disturb the peace. Okay, we'll go through this model so you have a better idea on this whole project. Again, this is a sizable project, 1,500 acres, and we are currently at, let me see, okay, we are currently at here, right? This is the show gallery. Yeah, again, it's a huge piece of land. And this is the Tesla supercharger just mentioned. This that you can see here, this ship here, this is the Splash Mania water park. Okay, very, very nice water park completed. And this you can see the red dotted lines, right? That is basically A-Light Highway. Yeah, and you got a direct interchange into A-Light Highway. There's also under construction this blue and red one. Can you see? Not sure if it's helping my pointer. This is basically a direct access into Cyberjaya, Putrajaya. Yeah. So how close are we to the airport? We are actually very close to the airport, KLIA, because you got from that direct interchange, right? It's less than 20 minutes, 20 kilometers to KLIA, yeah, and to KLCC. If you enter back into A-Light Highway, you can enter into Max. We are about 30 minutes to KLCC, yeah, center of the hub essentially of KL. This whole big plot of land here, you see all these houses here, all these are the higher in ones. This is what they coin it as the wetlands residence, yeah, all this here. And specifically we are going to check out Waterlily. Yep, all these bungalows, yeah. Very, very nice double-story bungalows. So all this, nevertheless, all this will also be semi-Ds and bungalows. Okay. What else do you have? You have a clubhouse, of course. So this is the clubhouse here, and you have a mini zoo. This has just been recently confirmed. Yeah, earlier this year, I think just 2-3 months ago, there was a press release. It came out in the papers. There are a total of 6 tenants. 6 major tenants, including the one operating this mini zoo. As for education, yes, that's very key. You see that you got this SJKC Gamuda Cove, so this is also confirmed already. I think this should be going to be complete next year. Yeah, SJKC, and you also have a normal school, SK school, and also Taylor's International School. Yeah, we have a international school, correct, by private. It's a private one by Taylor's. Yeah. What else do you have? Town Square. This is a very key commercial area. Yeah, this has also been completed. VP, I would expect it to kick off soon. to really take off. This is the central business district where you have office towers, and judging by how they do their stuff, right, you will notice Gamuda, the other projects, you know, if you see Gamuda Gardens for instance, really very successful with that whole skyline luge. You know, they have their own water park, so I can expect this to be very, very similar. Okay, and this part here, these are more, I would say, normal ones. You have completed, by the way, sold off very, very fast also. Palma Sands is basically a double-story terrace, if I'm not mistaken. Likewise for Enso Woods also. Yeah, all these are terrace houses, okay, including Mio Spring. So now they are actually venturing into this part here, all your high-end developments, semi-Ds and bungalows. Okay, let's head to the actual unit, and more people coming in. Yeah, let's head to the actual unit now. Let's go. Okay, before we go, just a quick recap again. So if you recall, we were here, and you can see this whole 1,500 acres, right? And it has, again, direct access. This is basically the access direct into Allied Highway. You can see here, yeah, this is Allied Highway, and then of course you have your direct interchange. Without this interchange, actually, you actually have to go up, much further up, before you enter back into Cyberjaya. But now with this, it's a direct interchange, so you can access Cyberjaya and Putrajaya. Yeah, and of course, as I mentioned, KLCC is up there. That's about 30 minutes via this Max Highway. Okay, and just to show how much confident they are, right? So you got, of course, Kuala Langat here, Forest Reserve. You have your Paya Indah wetlands. Gamuda have actually purchased a sizable piece of land here, you know, and that can only mean that, you know, the level of confidence of them to expand this entire township. Okay, so yes, again, just a quick glance. People might always think that, you know, this is slightly further, but if you are actually much further down, let's say you are wanting to work in Putra Heights, Puchong, Subang Jaya, it's actually quite near via this Allied Highway. It's less than 20 odd minutes. Yeah. SKVE also, SKVE Highway. If you want to enter into SKVE Highway, you have to enter into Allied Highway, and from there, Bandar Saja Putra, there's basically an entrance into SKV. Okay? So yes, without further ado, let's head to the show unit for real. Let's go. Okay, we are within the compound of this Waterlily. Yeah, that's the guardhouse, 2 in, 2 out. Nice. So immediately you got a very nice small pond here. This is all Waterlily, of course. Yeah, very fitting the name. Even the road itself, the way it's named, yeah, Jalan Teratai. Teratai basically means lotus or water lily in Bahasa. Yeah. Okay, we'll check out the surroundings first before we head to do the show unit. So this is very, very close to completion. The VP is really soon. Yeah. This is the central park. So of these 57 units here, right, you got this central park, which is basically sort of your facilities area. Besides this also, you've got a clubhouse. And the clubhouse, if you recall earlier, is still within this lower part, the southern part of this whole Gamuda Cove. Okay. But yeah, if you don't want to go to the clubhouse, of course, clubhouse, you got your swimming pool and so on. Here, it's just a simple central park. Okay. And this part here, you will see, this is actually a canal. Yeah. Where you have flowing water. There's supposed to be a canoe that you can sit and enjoy. Yeah, some playground structures. Very, very nice. Look at that. So there are a total of 4 layouts here. Type A1, A2, B1, B2. The smallest, the build-up, if I'm not mistaken, that is 3,300, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and the biggest is the unit that we're going to review. That's a Type B2 that has a build-up of 4,400. So all the layouts here, right, regardless of which layout, they are all bungalows, and it's 5 plus 2 bedrooms. Yeah. Okay, the show unit is basically the first unit here. This unit there. Okay, just to enjoy the view a little bit more before we head towards the show unit. Let's go. Okay, this is the unit that we are going to review. It's a show unit. Look at that. Very nice exterior facade, and again, all these are within Waterlily. All these are bungalows, double-story bungalows. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see how big it is, but this is always what you pay for, you know, for high-end premium developments. You pay for the land, for the low density, for the space. It's a lot of space, ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, this particular unit, B2, gateless immediately here. Yeah, so your boundary actually starts from here. Here you can easily park 3 cars. Yeah, but 3 cars within here. And then of course you can park more onto this. Yeah, you can spill onto here. Easily another 3 cars, I would say. Yeah. Let's walk around. So all this ID landscaping is already done. Here you got a EV wall charger. Yeah, 3-phase. Of course, it's a 3-phase development. It's a bungalow, right? Goes without saying. A nice, huge doors, double lift. This is 9 feet, and this double lift total width is 1.8 meters. Very, very big and nice. Okay, let's just walk around first. So it's low fence all around. They give you bricks. Again, all this is ID, but just gives you an idea on what you can do. It's only this high. How high is this? This is, if I were to guess, less than a meter for sure. And beyond that, it's actually a common area. This particular layout has a tea pavilion. Yeah. So we'll go through this in the layout schematic to explain the overall layout. Look at that. So you've got a bridge across, and this is actually a canal. Yeah. Look at that. Of course, water is flowing. There's a biofiltration system to keep it healthy. And then in time to come, you have all your lilies here. So there's a lot of, they really try to intertwine this nature to this particular development. And again, this whole area, this Kuala Langat, you have your forest reserve and also your Paya Indah wetlands. Yeah. So this, look at that. That's the canoe. So they're supposed to have a few canoes where you actually can take a ride, you know, along this whole perimeter. Low shrubs all around. Again, this is common area, not to be confused. And that's where you can just easily walk into your unit. Yeah, so this is within the unit already. Okay, we just walk a quick round before heading in. Okay, so again, all this low rise. There's a door here. This door leads to the yard. Yeah. And then of course, your meters in front, and so is your refuse room bin. Stepping in. Dorma Kaba door lock. Yeah. With fingerprint. This is an expensive model DP850. Okay. All this ID. Okay, yes. Waterlily, type B2 5095 or 6095, built up 4.4, 5 plus 2. So all the units, right, all the layouts, right, it's 5 plus 2 bedrooms. Yeah, regardless A1, A2, B1, B2. And the bathrooms, bathroom varies. For this particular one, 6 plus 1. Some of it, the other ones are 6 bathrooms. Nevertheless, rooms are all standard. So you got your car porch here, gateless again, and then all around low wall. Stepping in the foyer, you got a guest room here, stairs up. This is the door that I was saying leading to the yard area. You got a powder room for guests. And then this is the maid's room and the maid's bathroom. Living, dining, so all for this particular one looks back towards your river, yeah, your canal, yeah, near tea pavilion. And then upstairs you got a total of 4 rooms. Your master bedroom here with the master bathroom, bedroom 1, 2, 3, all are ensuite, and a family area with a pantry. Okay, high ceiling, goes without saying, this is 11 feet if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, close to 12 feet, 11 feet plus plus. So you got a bedroom 1 downstairs here. High ceiling again. In the bathroom. So for bathroom, they are using solar water heater from the roof, and then they distribute it to all the bathrooms. But that's just for the solar, for the water only, yeah. It doesn't have solar panels, but that being said, yes, it's a very good time. If you are staying in a landed, I would strongly suggest to get a solar panel. This is the powder room. Yeah, so powder room doesn't have the shower. And I just recently, okay, going back to solar, I just recently installed my solar. It's super worth it. The ROI is only like 4 to 5 years. Yeah, basically at 20%. And then with the one that I signed up with, Verdant, contacts is below. If you want to sign up, referral link, you get additional rebate. There's a payment mechanism of 3 years credit card installment, 0% interest. So it's extremely worth it. I would strongly suggest you, if you're staying in a landed and have a TNB bill of more than 300 per month, do check out Verdant Solar, yeah, for solar panel installation. Especially when the tariff is supposed to increase some more, if I'm not mistaken. Next month, there's a news, I recall late last year, 14% the base tariff rate will increase. This is the tea pavilion, yeah. So very nice area to chill. And then this, so living is there. Yeah. And your dining. So this both looks out, right? You've got big glass panels that looks out to the back. And this is your kitchen. A dry kitchen, to be specific, with an island in the middle. Again, all these are ID, but basically gives you that big continuous flow, right? Huge space that interconnects 3 spaces mixed together. Of course, you can go out. This is a sliding door. I'm not going to talk about the furnishing because, again, all these are ID finishing. Yeah. But this is supposed to be the wet kitchen. Yeah. And you've got the door to close it up. And here is supposed to be your yard. You can have a washer dryer here. The maid's bathroom is very bright because it's a big window. Tiles all the way to the top also for the maid's bathroom. Yeah. And then you got a shower behind the door. Yeah. And this is the maid's bedroom. A simple bed, a fan, lights. Okay. So now let's head up to the first floor, which is the stairs at the side. Let's go. This is the storeroom underneath the stairs. So your DB is there. The tiles are very big, by the way. This is not your normal 2x2. This is not 600 mm times 600 mm. This is actually 800 mm times 800 mm. So again, bigger tiles, more premium. Stairs leading up. You've got solid timber flooring. And then you've got glass, of course. Yeah. And a big glass panel here to bring in natural light. And then, of course, upstairs for finishing, the floors all solid timber flooring. So we've got a total of 3 smaller bedrooms here. One is here. Ensuite, this is by Toto. Water heater, again you have that hot water heater direct from the solar panel on top. Oh, look at that. Nice view. Yeah. So this one is very similar in size. Yeah? And again, it has its own big window panels. Ensuite. Nice. And the final room. So this is perfect for someone like me, right? I've always wanted to have 3 bedrooms, 1 bedroom for each of my kids. Yeah. And then you've got an extra guest bedroom downstairs again. Ensuite. A window. Look at the ivy. And because it's high enough, right, you can go up here for kid, you can stand. And then here is more than enough. If let's say, even as the kid grows up, right, you might just want to change the ID structure. You can remain, you know. Of course, you can easily paste stuff on top, you know, more teenage stuff. But a kid can actually last and grow together with this. You just have to change the so-called design only. Structure, it can remain. Yeah. And this is the family area. Huge family area. Yeah, with pantry there, you got basically water inlet, outlet. So you can easily prepare drinks. There's a wine cabinet that they've put. Yeah. And this looks down. Huge window panel. Crazily big. Yeah. Nice view. Looks down into this tea pavilion. Okay, and this is the pantry. A small window there. And this is the master bedroom. So the master bedroom is towards the back of the house. I would prefer this over the back of the front of the house, to be honest. So you can actually enjoy your canal. Yeah, some water, much more calm and peaceful. This side here, by the way, will be the other phases. Again, you have residential. So again, this whole part, this southern tip here of this Gamuda Cove, all this will be high-end developments, yeah, basically bungalows and semi-Ds. And because again it's very modern, right? So you can see a lot of technology being used. CCTV, perimeter CCTV. Look at that. Let's zoom in. Yeah. Perimeter CCTV, and even for the lightings, they are using solar panels for the lighting. Yeah. For the street lights. VP is soon, around the corner, from what I understand, in a couple of months, scheduled for August, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's just in 2 months' time, plus minus 1 month, really soon. Walk-in wardrobe, nice. So left and right, with a island here for your accessories. This is how the rich live, right? Not there yet, but hopefully one day. And this is the bathroom. Yeah. Open up both doors. Yeah. Look at that. Water closet, rain shower. And towards this side here, his and hers and also a bathtub. Big window panel for natural light to come in. By the way, since this is such a big panel, right, and let's say for whatever reasons you are worried for the people looking privacy, you can, cheapest way, of course you have tint, but there's another way you can install this film, a tint. Of course the name, something polymer dispersed liquid, PDL, or something along that line. Essentially what it happens is that there's electricity supplied, and if the electricity is switched on, if you switch it on, it will be see-through. If you switch off, let's say there's no electricity, it will be opaque and hence people cannot see through. Yeah. So there's one alternative if you have the money. Of course, you're getting this place. Money should not be an issue, so you can easily get it. Okay, so yes, that's the review of this particular unit here, P2 at Waterlily, Gamuda Cove. Extremely nice, extremely low density, only 57 units, yeah, 3.4 units per acre. Again, this is the type of stuff that you are expected to get when you splash and splurge. Really, really nice. And Gamuda Cove again as a township, but I'm very confident that it will take off. You know, given the other projects and given how the Gamuda has executed a very, very good track record, I would say. If you look at Gamuda Gardens and even 25/7. So yes, if you're interested to get a unit here, do reach out to Andrew. His name and contacts is below in the description. Let's see if we can take another unit, review another unit, okay? Let's go. Okay, we got one final unit to review. This is type A1, the smallest 3,300 square feet. If you notice, right, this driveway also varies from unit to unit. Some are really short, yeah, especially this, for instance, so short, and some are really wide. This is not the widest, by the way. You got some even wider than this. I think the corner units where here itself you can easily park 6 cars on this driveway leading into your unit. Yeah, and again, your unit only starts from here. Yeah, we have the concrete imprint. We are going around the unit for a quick one. So again, all these are ID. This stack, that's the bare unit. So you get a rough idea. You got your low walls again, and this looks out to the central park. So we did take a walk here, if you recall. This is door to the yard. Yeah. Basically very simple, nothing much for this particular unit. The surroundings. Yeah. And yes, let's head in. So door is standard again. You got Dorma Kaba electronic door lock. Stepping in. Type A1, 5+2, like what I mentioned. 3,353, 6 bathrooms. So this does not have that powder room. Okay. Enter foyer, living, dining, dry kitchen. Stairs up, guest room, and it's not an, is it an ensuite? Do you call this an ensuite? Because this is ultimately shared. There's a sliding door here. Towards the back, wet kitchen, utility. Oh, interesting that they actually put the bathroom together, or rather inside the utility. Hence, the maid has an ensuite in a way. Yeah, right? Compared to the other one, the bathroom is still accessible. This one, if this door is locked, yeah, then it's a pure ensuite. Yeah. Again, all this is ID'd. So this looks to the side. Not as impressive as the earlier one, but still very nice nevertheless. Yeah. So this is where you have your door. This is the original door. This is the door into the wet kitchen area. This is where you do your laundry, your door out, glass door, so you can get good light coming in during the day. This is the maid's room, like what I mentioned. Nice windows. So the maid room gets good natural light coming in also. And this is the bathroom, yeah, for the maid. (3,353 square feet). Nice. And a storeroom. This is the bathroom. You can imagine you are staying here, right? You have a maid. This is the maid cleaning the house. This is the bedroom. Look at that. We should have converted into an entertainment room because you got a TV and a sound bar. Yeah. Ultimately, if you don't have such a big family, right? Yeah, why? Sure. Instead of a bedroom, just make it an entertainment room. Yeah. Okay. Underneath this, of course, is your store. Yeah. Simple store with your DB. Okay. And let's head up. Let's go. Heading up. Glass, tempered glass, and timber. Railings, very similar. You got same type finishing. This is your family area now. Yeah, you don't have that pantry, but this is still very big and sizable. Nice for an office setup or a home study area. This is the first room. Your kids. Ensuite. Is this considered ensuite? Because it's actually now also shared. Yeah, there's a door, sliding door on this side, so it's shared. The other two rooms are ensuite, so you got your room door here and then your bathroom inside. And your final room before your master bedroom. Another room. Yeah. The bathroom. Huh. Look at the tree. By the way, those two rooms had very nice views. Basically, it looks into that park. Yeah, the central park with the playground. While this layout, this unit, it looks into facing other units, basically the main road. Okay. Walk-in wardrobe. Yeah. So it's not as big as the other one. And then for your bathroom, you still have his and hers, but you don't have the bathtub. Yeah. Water closet and rain shower. Which is your preference? Let me know. Actually, there's another layout which is very unique. I am not sure if I can show that. I'll figure out if I can show that later, but it's just a bare unit. Nevertheless, yes, this is it. Waterlily at Gamuda Cove. Extremely nice. Gamuda Land has always been delivering. As I said, the previous projects, you just have to look at the previous projects. Gamuda Gardens, see how successful is that. This space here, Gamuda Cove, is actually almost twice the size of Gamuda Gardens. And judging on the location and how they've executed the components, right, I think it's a very safe bet to say that it will be a success. Okay, so yes, that's about it. If you are interested in this particular unit or any other units here in Waterlily, do reach out to Andrew. His name and contacts is below in the description. Let me know what you think about this project. Yeah. Of course, if you found this video useful, feel free to share this video with your friends and family. Smash the like button, that is very key. Help me grow my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.